All right, y'all, it's Mason Bleasdell, your Austin real estate agent, and today we are in Sorento, just behind me here in Pflugerville, one of Austin's most popular suburbs. And I want you to check out this community. Not only is there a huge myriad of different homes available, it's also directly across the street from Lake Pflugerville, making it one of the coolest locations if you and your family are looking to relocate to the area. So without further ado, if that is you, if you're looking to move here, this is a video for you. Don't miss a second. Let's jump in the car. Let me give you a tour. All right, y'all. So my name is Mason Bleasdell. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm an Austin real estate agent, born and raised here, and basically a suburban boy. Let's be real. Grew up in Cedar Park, lived in Round Rock, lived in Georgetown a few years before my wife and I settled here in Pflugerville. And today we're in the community of Sorento, and I want to give you guys a little bit of a driving tour of this rather new community in the area, to be honest, because its location, the amenities it offers, and frankly, there is literally something here for everybody. There's things like townhome style homes all the way down to 1,100 square foot if you're looking for either an investment home potentially, or somewhere that you can live in and then turn into an investment later. Maybe it's your first home, maybe you've got a growing family and you need a little bit more space. There's larger homes in here, over 3,000 square feet for you also. It's just, there's very little like it. It's directly across the street from Lake Pflugerville. It's a stone's throw from the Stone Hill shopping center, pun intended, by the way. And you're just super close to everything, but yet it's quiet out here. It's an easy place to raise your family, for you to live, and just enjoy all that Pflugerville has to offer. Really close to all the schools. Anyways, I could go on and on about it for a long time. If you get any questions about this at all, if you want to know a little bit more what this area is like to live in, more than just what the houses look like, reach out. All my contact info is on the screen and down below. But let's flip the camera around and let me give you a little bit of a driving tour, starting from the front here in Sorento. Alrighty, so starting from the top, we're going through the main entrance of Sorento. Now, of course, a community this size does have a few different ones, but this will give you a good perspective, and it does dead end on the amenity center for the community. So a little bit about where we are and what is such a big deal about Sorento, about Pflugerville. And if you've been looking to move here, this is a suburb that's going to pop up all of the time, and honestly, for really good reason. So Pflugerville is just barely north of the city of Austin. It's very, very close to town, and it's rated one of the best in terms of affordability, place to raise your family, quiet, safe, all the things that you would really want if you're looking to move here. And Sorento is no exception to that. Now, Sorento is unique because it's one of the newest communities here in Pflugerville. So there's quite a bit of newer construction homes. If that's something that you're looking for, that's definitely a great option to have here. There's also a wide range of actual homes available in here. If we look at some of the stats, you've got homes all the way down to 1,100 square feet, all the way up to 3,800 available in here. So there's something for literally everybody, from 2 to 5 bedrooms, and of course a myriad of bathrooms in there. And one of the other really unique things about here compared to, Greater Austin in general is, Greater Austin in general's average days on market for a closed home is all the way up in the 70s. Sorento is so desirable by people. The median days on market for a house listed for sale here is 9, currently seeing an average of 31. So if that doesn't tell you, how much people desire to live here, honestly, that says it all, right? There's a good reason why people move here. Also, we're looking at a range of price from just about $300,000 all the way up to about $800,000. Of course, you're going to have bigger homes and smaller homes in there, and a lot of the ones around $300,000 are going to be some of the townhome units. So again, there's something to fit every budget, every need for your family in terms of space. And you've just got a huge myriad of neighbors here also. I'm going to put some of the demographics up on the screen for you just to show. Average household income in this area is just a touch over $100,000 a year. A lot of people in management. It's also incredibly diverse in terms of age range, in terms of race. You can see just some of everybody here, and a lot of people really love that aspect of this particular community. We are here also very close to the middle school and high school for the area. All your neighbors, all your kids' friends are all going to live here. They're going to go to the same area schools. It's not one of those where everything is super far away. And all the families I've helped move here, something that they really valued when we were looking around and ultimately landed on this area. I also do want to touch on weather. This is just for anyone unfamiliar with the Austin area. I'm recording this on March 24th. It is currently about 85 degrees and sunny. There's not a cloud in the sky. Typically speaking, around springtime here, we do have a decent bit of rain. Average is about 9 to 10 days of the month of rain, although it's usually very light rain if we do have it. In the summer, of course, we could go a month or a month and a half without any rain at all. In August, temperatures can hit 100 degrees or more every single day, with lows in the high 80s. Of course, in the fall, weather starts to cool down again. And in December, everybody loves to claim that in Texas here, the best weather of the whole year is usually the first week of December. In December, we can still see temperatures in the 60s and 70s for most of it, to be honest. A lot of people have worn shorts on Christmas, for example. There's a good range of pretty mild weather here, with the exception of those couple summer months when it does get exceedingly hot. Now, as we're driving through here, again, this is a newer community. You're going to see a lot of newer built homes. Of course, because of that, the trees and stuff are going to be smaller, but this neighborhood's really going to mature well. There are walking trails all throughout the community. If that's something that you really want to partake in, you are well covered here. And of course, like I mentioned, Lake Pflugerville is directly across the street from this community. Let me tell you a little bit about that, because Lake Pflugerville is pretty unique to this area, and not a lot of places have access to it. So Lake Pflugerville is the reservoir where Pflugerville, a lot of Round Rock, and the surrounding areas get their water from. It is huge. It is open to swimming. It's also open to non-motorized watercraft. So if you like to paddleboard, if you like to kayak, it's a great place for that. It is stocked also. It's really great for fishing, and I've seen some gigantic fish come out of it. I wish I knew more what they all were, but you'll pretty much never go there, especially on an evening, early morning, or a weekend, and not see somebody out fishing in there. Always really cool to have that just across. Pflugerville, the city, has also built a sand beach there. We've taken our dog down there, met friends down there. It's just a really great spot. If you've got kids, if you're looking for somewhere to go hang out on a weekend, to be able to head down and hang out on literally a beach in Pflugerville is almost unheard of. And just one of the most unique things about this area, and unique things about it being so close. Now, while we're talking about pros, every area has cons, and I wouldn't be lying if there weren't just a couple of complaints that people do have with this. And of course, it really depends on your preferences and what you need out of a house. But the number one complaint here is the commute. If you are one that works either in Austin proper, if you commute into downtown, maybe work in something like Cedar Park, for example, where Apple is based in, this can be a long commute. It's really only accessible by the two major toll roads, SH 130 and State Highway 45, which of course are great. They're very high speed also, so you get around very quickly. But not only do the tolls add up, if you do try to avoid them, your commute's going to be pretty long. I would anticipate about 45 to 50 minutes at rush hour, peak rush hour, if you try to avoid the toll roads to get into downtown Austin from here. And that is just reality. If you do live or work local here, if you work from home, or if you only commute into the office a couple days a week, that may not be a super big deal to you. If you are going without traffic and you jump on that toll road, you could be downtown within 30 minutes or so. But just a thought to put out there, you are just about 15 minutes from downtown Round Rock. here in this location. You are about 30 minutes from Cedar Park. You are a very close drive to the Domain Shopping Center. If you jump on Toll Road 45, you'll get there really, really quickly. It's straight down the freeway. You are also a short stone's throw from the Stonehill Shopping Center. Of course, that includes things like Costco, Target, your hardware stores like Home Depot, and then your day-to-day shopping, your banks, your restaurants. Most of the things that you would need on a day-to-day basis are all very well covered there. So another great perk of living here. You're literally 5 minutes from almost anything you would need on a daily basis. All right, so we're going to take a quick short hop, jump, and a skip over to the other section of the neighborhood that has a few more of the townhomes. If that's something that you are interested in, we're going to swing over that direction, and let's go take a quick tour through those. Alrighty, so we are turning now into the Sorento townhomes. Now, these are all completely standalone townhomes, meaning they do not share any walls with any neighbors. They're just a more compact footprint if you're looking for less maintenance in terms of upkeep with a yard, things like that. That's all that these are, and that's really the only difference with them. They do not share any walls. I just want to make that super, super clear for these. Now, they all do have garages, with just a few exceptions. You will see it is set up here with alleyways with some of these homes with the garage behind, or like you can see dead ahead, a detached garage in the front of the home. And again, just a little bit more compact, lower maintenance living. Of course, too, if you're in need of a smaller home, there's some really great options in here for that. And we're coming through here. This is real life. This is not glamorized. It's the middle of the day on a trash day, to really show you a perspective of what it would actually be like to live in here. Now, this part of the community is not particularly huge. There are not a ton of homes in here. So if you are looking for one of these, you may have to search for a little bit, but typically speaking, there's always a couple of them for sale. Like I mentioned, they go from right around 1,100 square feet up to close to 2,000 with a couple different bedroom variations. And you can see just here one of the back alleys to access the garage for some of these homes. So thank you so very much for joining on this tour, this driving tour of the community of Sorento here in Pflugerville. If you have any questions at all, please reach out. I'd love to help find you and your family the right home here, whether it's this community or maybe this one isn't right for you. Let's find the right spot for you. Thanks so much for joining, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.